All right, well, this sounds like a plot twist straight out of one of her own romantic mystery novels. An Oregon author who once detailed how to murder your husband is now accused of killing her husband. Her name is Nancy Brophy, and her novels focus on romances that have gone terribly wrong. But now she finds herself at the center of a tragic story, accused of murdering her husband with a gun she allegedly put together, a ghost gun, to collect on a $1 million plus insurance policy. Nancy took the stand this week in her trial, and NewsNation reporter Liz Birch has been following the testimony.
Nancy Brophy, a 71-year-old romance novelist, once wrote an essay called How to Murder Your Husband. Now the question is, did she do it in real life? She's written nearly a dozen books with titles like The Wrong Hero and The Wrong Cop. They tell a tale of romance that turns fatal. But in 2018, her own husband, 63-year-old Daniel Brophy, was found dead inside the Oregon Culinary Institute where he taught. Daniel had been shot twice through the heart. 4 years later, Nancy is on trial, accused of his murder. The prosecution says surveillance video shows her driving near the school that day.
You would agree that you're driving around and in front of the Culinary Institute at the exact time that Dan is being murdered?
No, actually, I don't agree with that. I was driving around for a full hour before Dan got murdered. I was down there before Dan ever got to school. I was driving around writing for a full hour.
Her legal team claims Nancy doesn't remember what happened that morning due to the trauma of learning her husband was dead. The defense drilled down.
But at the critical moments that you were there in the area, at the same time that someone happens to be shooting your husband within a 6-minute window with the exact type of gun that you own and is now mysteriously missing.
That's your version of what happened. That is not my version. The only thing I know for sure is I did not kill Dan.
Prosecutors also point to a life insurance policy worth $1.4 million. But earlier in the trial, the defense described the pair as a loving couple.
It was like they had been married for 100 years. Each of them talked so positively about the other. They accepted each other. They supported each other.
Her friends say Nancy was a huge part of her husband's life and a person they trusted.
Well, it reads like a novel, a mystery, but it is real life. Liz Birch is joining us now. She's been in for the testimony throughout this case and followed it since the beginning. Liz, thank you for being here. So what did Nancy say in that essay that was titled How to Murder Your Husband? And will the jury hear any of that?
This is also interesting, and I think that essay, How to Murder Your Husband, is a big part of the reason it's gotten so much national attention. People are so interested in this trial because, of course, she's accused of doing exactly that after she wrote this essay. The essay itself was written back in 2011, several years before her husband died. And the defense said that the essay was written as part of a writing retreat. Of course, she was an author, so not that unusual. She would have been going to a workshop like this. But in the essay itself, she outlines reasons somebody might want to murder their husband. She also outlines ways they could potentially do that, including a shooting. But what's really interesting about all of this, the first thing I remember right when we walked in the courtroom, right when we sat down, first thing the defense did is ask the judge not to admit that into evidence, and he ultimately agreed. So that means the jury won't hear about this at all. The prosecution can't bring this essay up at all, and the jury can't consider the essay she wrote in what verdict they ultimately hand down, guilty or not guilty.
What the jury is hearing, though, is about this gun the prosecution says Nancy owns and is now missing. So what more did they uncover about that?
The gun is interesting, so it's a little bit complicated. The prosecution claims that Nancy Brophy bought a ghost gun kit. That's a kit that you would assemble yourself. It would build a gun, doesn't have a serial number. They also say she bought a slide and barrel for a Glock 17. Now, Nancy Brophy claims during that cross-examination that she bought these guns, or at least parts of guns, as part of her research for her mystery novels. But then she says she also bought a handgun in addition to that after hearing about mass shootings across the country, and her hope was that that would be able to defend her family. So the slide and barrel are missing, and she claims that they were with her belongings packed away. She has no idea where it could have gone.
Huh, interesting. All right, well, how about this insurance policy, $1.4 million? Did she collect on that?
This is also an interesting point the prosecution brought up. So they say that she tried to cash out on that shortly after Dan's death. They actually claim that she reached out to a detective, a Portland Police Bureau detective, and asked him to write a letter saying she was not a suspect so that she could present that to the insurance company and collect the money. The detective, however, said he wasn't going to do that.
You know what stood out to me, Liz, was this memory hole. Talk more about this claim that Nancy says she can't remember really anything about the day that her husband Dan was killed and where she was at the time.
So much of the prosecution's cross-examination earlier this week really centered around this memory hole. So the defense says that in a traumatic event, such as learning that your husband has been killed, you might actually be so shocked, so traumatized that you can't remember a part of that day. And they actually called an expert witness, a psychologist, who agreed and said that this actually happens to people. So this is what the defense has been claiming, but in that cross-examination, and you heard part of it in that story earlier, the district attorney's office is saying, okay, if you can't remember that morning, how can you tell us with certainty that you didn't enter the culinary institute where your husband died? She just kept coming back to the same response. She kept saying, I know I didn't kill my husband.
Wow. And she stands by that, a mystery. All right, we'll be following it with you. Liz Birch from Coin in Portland. Good to see you. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.